Morning, second graders. I'm coming from you from out in my garage where I do all my fly tying. The book I'm going to read today is going to be a little different. It's actually a book that I wrote, and my whole video today for you guys is about things that we've made and things that are memorable to us in our childhood. So that's why I have this funny rabbit hat on my head. So when I was, probably in third, maybe second grade, maybe even younger, my parents got my sister and my sister's 4 years younger, got us each these bunny hats. And Mr. Stanish used to wear this bunny hat when he went skiing. So I still have this hat today. This hat's over 40 years old, but I thought I'd wear it because it's kind of fun and silly, and I want to make you laugh. So what I'm going to talk to you about and read to you is about things that you can make that are memorable and making memories. So we got a couple things to share. First and foremost, this is kind of inspired by Felix's little sister, Olive. She always has a stuffy that she brings and shows me after school. She's always got a different one, so I wanted to share with everybody. This is a kind of a stuffed animal, not an animal, just a stuffy that I made when I was in sixth grade. There's a class called Home Economics, where you learn how to cook and to sew. And so I made this football when I was in sixth grade, and I still have it. It's coming apart a little bit on the end, but I still have it. Those are supposed to be my initials. I guess I was never really cut out to be a great sewer, but I did this all by hand, stuffed it with stuffing, and so this is something I still have that I made. It's a memory that my kids have played with, and I still get to hold this close and remember what I was doing when I was in sixth grade. So that's the first thing I want to share with you. I'm going to take this hat off because it doesn't really fit, because my brain has gotten so big from all the reading and math that I've done over the years that I've gotten pretty smart, so my brain had to get bigger. But I want to share a couple things that my children have made that I was able to find that are kind of special to me to see, and maybe something you could make for your parents as well. So the first one, this is from my son Reese when he was in first grade with Mrs. Persons. So this is something that he made, a heart, and he made concentric circles that went different color, went out and out. There's actually an art and action lesson we have called concentric circles that I may try and figure out how to send to your parents so you can work on it at home. But this is a really good project. Hopefully we'll get back to school at some point so we can actually work on it together, though. So but I wanted to share this. This is something I had laminated because we liked it so much, and so it's something that we will be able to keep. And when my son's 45 years old, or 50, I will be able to give this to him, and he'll be able to keep it and hold on to it. The next thing, this is a little project that my daughter Sarah did, and this was in 2011. I'm not sure who the teacher was, but they did handprints. This was probably kindergarten, and they wrote down 10 things that they were thankful for. This was probably a Thanksgiving project, but something that they did, and something you guys could do if you have some paints at home, some washable paints and some paper. You could make some birds out of your hands and then use their feathers and your fingers to write down 10 things that you were thankful for. Some of the things my daughter put, she was thankful for family. She was thankful for parties and rock star music. She was thankful for stuffies. Thankful for her mom and dad. She was thankful for shelter and friends. She was thankful for being healthy. She was thankful for eating chicken and bacon. So, some really awesome things that she was thankful for, some that made me laugh. And last but not least, I'm going to share a little book that I made when I was in first grade. And this was a book prior to computers, so we had to, you'll notice there are stuff that's going to look like something that got printed off a computer as far as the writing, but this was actually done on a typewriter. And so my teacher, Mrs. Lister, she typed up these pages for us, and this was a little book that Mr. Stanish made all on spiders. So this is my book. Here's Mr. Stanish's wonderful drawing when he was in. Miss Lister was my first grade teacher, I believe. So this is my book on spiders. Here we go, by Josh Stanish, and there's the awesome spider. So here's what the typewriter looks like. I'll put it up closer here so you guys can see it. So this was in the year 1981. That tells you a little bit about Mr. Stanish's age. But it was by Lister Publishing Company, Eagle Valley Elementary School, and Spiders by Josh Stanish. So here we go. It's not a real long book, but it's kind of funny. You're going to get to see Mr. Stanish's artwork here. This paper is kind of old and fragile because it is 30 some odd years old. When spiders see an insect, they jump out and get it for food. I wonder what food I was actually drawing there. You think that's a worm? Do spiders eat worms? No. It said they eat insects, right? It's an interesting insect. Maybe it was a caterpillar, part of a butterfly. So, who knows? Spiders can live in holes in the ground and in water. When spiders look for a mate, they beat on the web to tell the other spider not to eat them. Here's these 2 pages. There's my spider beating on the drum on the web. And there we go. All right. There are spiders that look like monsters. That's the blue page. There's spiders that look like monsters. And spiders eat the bugs that we want to have around, and they eat some we don't like. Fortunately, this is the last page. I don't think Mr. Stanish probably put as hard a work as he should have into this because he didn't get the last few pages done, but we're going to read the last page I did get done. Big spiders can eat birds and insects. Well, I might have to fact check Mr. Stanish's thinking back then because I don't know that spiders eat birds, but maybe you guys can look on the computer if you get a chance, or if you have a book on spiders and want to send me a little message through Classroom and tell me if they do eat birds. All right, second graders, I had a little technical difficulty, but I was able to blend 2 videos here so I could say goodbye to you for today. But I want you guys to take some time, be creative, do some things. When we get outside, it's beautiful out today. But be creative. If you want to share anything, parents can take a picture and send it to me. If you want to send me a message, please go ahead and send it through Classroom. I let the comments are open now, so you can make a comment on anything in there. Shout out to Celestia and also Arya, Olive, and Felix for sending me some of their feelings drawings. It was really awesome, and I look forward to doing this tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a book. I had to get some permissions from some people to use their books online, so trying to be responsible and do the right thing. So I look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow.